All right, welcome back. Today we're doing something a little different, something special, actually. This entire explainer was prompted directly by one of you. We got a request to take a look at a personal house plan, and you know what? We just couldn't resist.
I love this. So simple, so direct. A viewer sent in their architectural plan and just asked for our take on it. Well, challenge accepted. Let's dive in and really break this blueprint down and see what kind of story it's telling about a future home.
Okay, so with any great design, you've got to start with the big idea, right? Before we start walking through every single room, let's just zoom out for a second. Let's find that fundamental philosophy behind this entire property. What's the main concept driving this layout?
So, let's just get the basic stats down first. We're looking at a two-story home, 4 bedrooms in total. But pay close attention to where those bedrooms are. See that? One guest room is deliberately put on the ground floor, while the other 3 are all tucked away upstairs. Now, that's not just a random choice. That's our first major clue about a very intentional separation of space, a theme we're going to see again and again.
And that clue leads us right here, to the single most important design choice in this entire plan. You have to understand, this home isn't just a collection of rooms thrown together. It is intentionally and very cleverly divided into 2 completely distinct functional zones. This separation, this is the core idea that shapes the whole living experience.
And here it is laid out perfectly. Think of this house as having a dual personality. The ground floor, that's your public and social zone. It's the hub. It's for community. Then you go upstairs, and it's a whole different world. That's the private and restful zone, a sanctuary. This split is everything. So let's break down each zone, starting with the social hub downstairs.
First up, the ground floor. This whole level is basically engineered for connection. It's where the family's going to come together, where you welcome your guests, and where the daily rhythm of life just plays out.
So you've got all the classic social spaces right here. There's this really nice, natural flow from the living room to the dining area and right into the kitchen. And they've even included an outdoor patio, a lanai, which pushes that social space outside. Plus, with the guest room and the laundry down here, pretty much everything you need for daily life and for hosting is all on one super convenient level.
Now, the thing that makes this whole social hub work so well is what we call an open concept layout. You've probably heard that term before. Basically, instead of having a bunch of separate boxy rooms, the design just gets rid of the walls between the main living areas. It creates this one big, flowing, and really interactive environment. And this is why it's so brilliant. Just imagine it. You could be cooking in the kitchen, but still be totally part of the conversation happening in the living room. Or you're hosting a dinner party, and your guests can just move freely between the dining table and the patio outside. This design is all about removing barriers and just encouraging togetherness. It's fantastic.
Okay, so let's head upstairs now to the first floor. And you'll see how the atmosphere here is completely different. If downstairs is all about community, upstairs is all about personal sanctuary and quiet retreat. The whole energy of the house just shifts. Up here, the focus is clearly on rest and privacy. You've got the master suite, 2 more bedrooms, and, really importantly, a separate family area. And this isn't just some landing or hallway between rooms. No, this is a second, much more intimate living space just for the residents. And look at how they've created this clear hierarchy of personal space. The master suite is a true retreat. You know, it's completely self-contained with its own bathroom and walk-in closet. Then, the other 2 bedrooms are clustered together, sharing a bathroom, which creates this perfect little zone for kids or other family members.
Now you might be asking, how do you connect these 2 very different zones without losing that sense of privacy? Well, this plan has a super clever solution. It's called the void. It's basically a double height opening over the living room. Now, this isn't just for show. It lets sunlight pour through both levels, which is awesome, but more importantly, it creates this subtle visual connection. You can be in the quiet family area upstairs and still hear the gentle hum of life from below, so you feel connected without having to be right in the middle of everything. It's so smart.
And that's the crucial part. This upstairs family area acts as a brilliant buffer zone. It's a semi-private lounge just for the family, a place to watch a movie, read a book, or just unwind, away from the more formal public social hub of the ground floor.
So, we've looked at all the individual pieces. We've seen the open concept downstairs and the private rooms upstairs. What's the big story here? What does this blueprint tell us about the kind of life it's actually designed to support?
It really comes down to this 3-act story. Act 1
It establishes this vibrant hub for connection and community on the ground floor. Act 2, it creates a peaceful sanctuary for rest and privacy up on the first floor. And then, for the finale, through clever features like that void, it weaves them both together into a totally cohesive design for a balanced life.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. This plan is just incredibly thoughtful. It gets that modern life needs both. It needs moments of social fun and engagement, but it also needs moments of quiet solitude. This isn't just a house. It's a carefully considered environment designed to support both sides of our lives.
You know, at the end of the day, an architect can only draw the lines on the page. It's the life that's lived within those walls that really turns a house into a home. This blueprint, it provides a beautiful stage. The only question left is, what incredible story is going to be written here?